In 2016, a 16-year-old goalkeeper in Georgia took a hard kick to the head. He fell into a coma for 3 days. When he woke up, he couldn't speak English. He spoke fluent Spanish. His first words were, "Tengo hambre," I'm hungry. A language he had barely studied, suddenly pouring out of him. Doctors couldn't fully explain it, but here is the part that matters for you. His brain did not invent that Spanish. It stored it, quietly the whole time, without him noticing. And what a second language does to your brain is stranger and far more powerful than anyone ever told you. 5 things. They sound made up. Every single one of them is real. Start with that coma. The boy had heard Spanish for years. Teammates, friends, the background noise of his life. He never sat down to study it, but his brain was recording anyway. As his Spanish slowly faded and his English came back, it proved something simple. You absorb a language just by being near it. And it is not only humans. Scientists slid dogs into a brain scanner. 18 dogs. They played them a story, The Little Prince, read once in Spanish and once in a language those dogs had never heard in their lives. And the scans showed it. The dogs' brains reacted differently to each one. They could feel the difference. One dog had just moved from Mexico, and Spanish lit up his brain like a familiar song. If a dog's brain quietly maps a language it only ever overheard, so does yours, every single day, which raises a question. If we are all built to soak it up, why do adults feel so hopeless at it? You have heard it 100 times. Kids are sponges, adults are too old. It is mostly a myth. In the studies, adults actually learn a new language faster at the start. You already understand grammar, patterns, how meaning fits together. A child has to build all of that from zero. Children really win 2 things: a perfect accent and years of pure immersion nobody scheduled for them. They also aren't embarrassed. That is the real difference. A 4-year-old will happily say it wrong 100 times a day. You won't. You are not too old. You are better equipped. You just stop giving your brain the one thing a child gets for free. So what actually happens inside your head when you begin? Something you can measure. At a language academy in Sweden, young recruits learned a hard new language at brutal speed, while scientists scanned their brains. In just 3 months, parts of their brains physically grew. The hippocampus, the center of memory, the cortex, where you think. Compared to equally busy students who were not learning a language, whose brains stayed exactly the same size. And the recruits who pushed the hardest, who struggled the most, grew the most. Read that again. Learning a language did not just fill your head with words, it grew the hardware. You are, quite literally, building brain, and that new hardware keeps paying you back for decades. Here is the one that sounds like a supplement ad, except it is sitting in the research. People who speak 2 languages tend to show the symptoms of dementia around 4 to 5 years later than people who speak only 1. 4 to 5 years. No pill has ever done that. Every time you juggle 2 languages, holding one back to reach for the other, you are doing quiet reps for your brain, a gym membership you will be grateful for at 80. But the strangest effect is not in your memory, it is in who you become. Researchers gave the same bilingual people a personality test, once in each language, and the results changed. In one language, they came out more outgoing, more warm. In the other, more reserved. Same person, different language, a slightly different self, and it goes deeper than a test. Ask someone to swear in their second language. It barely stings. Ask them to say, "I love you." It feels lighter, further away. Emotion lives loudest in your mother tongue. Your second language keeps its distance, and that distance does something useful. In another study, people made more rational, less fearful decisions when they were thinking in their second language. The panic, the knee-jerk fear, quieter. Your second self is calmer, more logical, almost braver. Spanish does not just hand you new words, it hands you a second version of you, one that panics a little less. So, a hidden recorder, a growing brain, a shield against time, and a second self that keeps its cool. Here's the catch nobody puts on the poster. Not one of those switches on from flashcards. Every study that found them studied people using the language, speaking it, thinking in it, living in it. That second personality only wakes up when you let it talk, which is exactly why the freeze hurts so much. You know the moment a real person turns to you, says something in Spanish, and your mind goes white. That blank, panicked silence, that is your old self holding the door shut against the new one. And the way through that door is not more words in a notebook. It is reps. Messy, out loud, imperfect, real conversation, until the new self stops being a stranger and starts being you. That is the whole secret. You do not need more lessons, you need more talking. And if you have no one to talk to at 11 at night, that is exactly what we built. Practice real conversations with AI friends who text you first and even call you. Free at hinty.eu. If this gave you a reason to finally start, subscribe. And if you want to see what 30 days of actually talking looks like, watch this one next.